Hello class 7. Today we are going to start chapter 2, that is the Middle Ages in the West. In this chapter we will see that what are the factors that led to the crumbling of the Roman Empire and why the Germanic tribes migrated into the Roman Empire. Also we'll see the attack of the Huns and the political, social and religious life of the Roman people. Before we start the chapter, we should see that it was Constantine who shifted his capital from Western Roman Empire to Eastern Roman Empire. So we should keep in mind that Constantine did not divide the Roman Empire. He shifted his capital from Western Roman Empire, that is Rome, to Byzantium in the Eastern Roman Empire. Later, Diocletian actually divided the Roman Empire into two parts, that is the western part and the eastern part. But Roman Empire was not divided by Constantine. It was the capital was just shifted from Rome in western part to the eastern part, that is in Byzantium. Now we see that as the capital was shifted in the eastern part, Byzantium, the eastern part started flourishing, whereas the western part started suffering a decline. During this time we see it started suffering its decline, and gradually by the time 476 AD it completely fell into the hands of the Germanic tribe. So there are several factors which led to the decline of the Roman Empire, and ultimately the Roman Empire gave up to the onslaught of the Germanic attack. Now what we see is we should see what are the factors that actually led to the decline of the Roman Empire. Several factors are responsible for the decline of the Roman Empire, and in detail we should see how these factors led to the decline of the Roman Empire. First and foremost is the weak rulers. The most important factors that led to the decline of the Roman Empire was the weak rulers of Rome. After Constantine, we see there was no strong rulers, and as there were no strong ruler, they could not properly manage the vast Roman Empire. It was very essential for Rome, for an empire like Rome, to have a very great and powerful ruler. However, the rulers who came after Constantine were not as powerful as him, and it actually this weakness of the rulers actually led to the decline of the Roman Empire. Next factor that we'll see is the vast size of the Roman Empire. The vast size of the Roman Empire made it impossible for one particular ruler, one single ruler, to rule the entire Rome. As we see that the Roman Empire was so vast, single ruler could not rule it properly. And this vast size became one of the factors for the decline of the Roman Empire. Next we see slavery is another factor that led to the decline of the Roman Empire, and as slavery was was very predominant feature in Rome, and ultimately the Roman Empire had to give up to the system of slavery or give up to the slaves. The slaves became more in number, and gradually the number of slaves increased so much that the slaves became more in number than the population, than the citizens of Rome. So as slaves became more in number, they became more powerful, and they started making several demands. Ultimately these slaves rose in revolt, and as they rose in revolt, the Roman Empire had to suffer a great decline, because in every major field slaves were appointed, and as the slaves were revolting, the Roman Empire could not control this slave revolt properly. Next factor is the economic factor. So what we see is economically also Rome became very weak. As the Roman Empire was already so vast, the later rulers after Constantine did not took any measure to expand the Roman Empire's boundary further. So as the boundary of the Roman Empire was not increasing, it was very much inevitable that economically it will become weak, because more areas were not coming under the Roman control, and trade and commerce was also declining during this time. That is from after the 3rd century we see that trade and commerce started declining. From 3rd century AD to 5th century AD, trade and commerce suffered a huge decline. and this led to the economic weakness of the Roman Empire. So the vast Roman Empire, which was already suffering due to weakness of its ruler and the slave revolt, could not develop, as economically it became very weak. Next factor that we see is the political instability. And we can see also the military weakness, and also we have the political instability. First we will discuss about the political instability. There we'll see that politically Rome became weak as the rulers who came to the throne were not powerful, and they were frequently changed. So within 75 years we see that 20 rulers came to the throne of Rome, and the post of emperor and the throne of emperor were also sometimes given to the highest bidder. Thus we see that politically there was instability and internal chaos was also there. These also led to the decline of the Roman Empire. Military weakness, the point number 5, there we can see that military weakness was another factor. That militarily Rome became very weak power, and as the Roman military were not that strong, it was difficult for them to maintain the vast Roman Empire. The vastness of the Roman Empire needed strong army, which was a very essential factor for development of Rome. But we see that gradually the Roman military became weak, and due to the weakness of Roman military, the Roman Empire could not be controlled. The border could not be guarded properly, and this also led to the decline or the fall of the Roman Empire. Another factor that has been said as the cause for the decline of the Roman Empire, Western Roman Empire, is the rise of Christianity. We see that the rise of Christianity became another factor for the decline of the Roman Empire. Now, how the rise of Christianity became responsible for the decline of the Roman Empire? Here we see that previously the emperor was given somewhat a divine right, and the emperor was given a very position of importance, and the people considered the Roman emperor as the god. However, due to the rise of Christianity, the entire focus shifted. From the emperor, the focus shifted into a different god, and we see that from state being the most important, after the rise of Christianity, church became more important. Pope also gained a power of an important power, and thus we see that the Roman emperor, who was most powerful, gradually lost his position, and due to this rise of Christianity, we see that the entire focus of the people shifted, and the Roman Empire started declining as the important power that the emperor used to hold, that also started declining. Next we'll see the most important factor behind the fall of the Roman Empire, that is the attack of the barbarian. Many barbarian tribes attacked the Roman Empire during this time. Also we see that later the Huns, another barbarian tribe, started attacking the Roman Empire, and this attack, due to this barbarian attack, due to this barbarian onslaught, the Roman Empire could not control its boundary or could not control the attack of the barbarian, and it gradually fell into the hands of the barbarian. Now we'll see who are these barbarians. So we can say that barbarians were basically the uncivilized primitive people. Who are the barbarians? Barbarians were basically the people who are uncivilized and primitive people. So these uncivilized or primitive people did not have any culture of their own, and in the Roman Empire we see those people who are living outside the border of the Roman Empire, they were called the barbarian because they had no culture, no custom of their own, and they gradually entered into the Roman Empire, and they had no language, culture and custom. They were not civilized, but they gradually entered into the Roman Empire. These people were called the barbarian. So barbarian were basically the people who had no civilization or no culture and custom of their own. Now we see that who were this barbarian? The Germanic tribes who came from outside Rome were among this barbarian, and among this barbarian also there were the Huns. First of all, we'll see the Germanic tribe who entered into the Roman Empire, and these Germanic tribes were actually the barbarians. Now we'll see the name of the different German tribes that entered into Roman Empire. First we see that there was the Goths. The Goths were again divided into two groups, that is the Ostrogoths and the Visigoths. Another German tribes were the Saxons. Then there were the Franks. Then there were the Vandals. Then there were the Angels. So these were some of the German tribes who entered into Rome, and these German tribes, name of the German tribes we should remember, they were all called as the barbarian. That is the Goths, who are divided into two groups, the Ostrogoths and the Visigoths, the Saxons, the Franks, the Vandals and the Angels. These German tribes entered into the Roman Empire and led to the fall of the Roman Empire, and all the German tribes were called as the barbarian because they came from outside Rome and they did not have any custom, language or culture of their own. They were basically uncivilized and primitive people. Also we see, apart from these Germanic tribes, later the Huns also came inside the Roman Empire, and attack of the Huns also led to another factor for the decline of the Roman Empire. So another group that entered into the Roman Empire was the Huns. Huns attack also dealt a severe blow to the Western Roman Empire. So next we will see how the Germans migrated into the Roman Empire. Here we see that in the northern part there was a Danube and the Rhine river, and the Germans gradually started crossing the Danube and the Rhine river. As they were crossing the Danube and the Rhine river, they were entering into the Western Roman Empire, that is in the Rome. And as Rome fell to them, they gradually started settling over there, and this became a factor for the fall of the Roman Empire in later years. So we see that Danube and the Rhine river fell to the Germanic tribes, and these Germanic tribes entered Rome through the Danube and the Rhine rivers in the north. Also we see that there was no strict vigilance. There was no strict vigilance in the border, though previously we see when the emperors were strong, they were keeping strict vigil on the borders of the Roman Empire. However, in the later years, as the emperors were weak, they could not keep strong vigil on the borders of the Roman Empire. This also led to the decline of the Roman Empire, because from the borders, as there was no strict vigil, the Germanic tribes and the barbarian people started entering into the Roman Empire. Another factor is the weakness of the army. Weak army, as we have already seen that the weak army was another factor for the decline of the Roman Empire. So we see that as the army was weak, the Germanic tribes or the other barbarian tribe could easily enter into the Roman Empire, and as they were entering into the Roman Empire, they started capturing different places, and they started settling over there, and this ultimately led to the fall of the Roman Empire. During the beginning, we see that the emperors were strong and they could keep the coming or the influx of the barbarian in check. But as gradually the emperor became weak, the military or the army also became weak. That is from the 3rd to 5th century. During this time, the Germanic tribe or the barbarian were entering without any strong opposition, as the army was weak, they could easily enter into the Roman Empire, and they settled over there, which ultimately led to the fall of the Roman Empire in 476 AD. We see that the Roman Empire fell to the Germanic tribe. So this date is very important, as this date marks the fall of the Western Roman Empire, while the Eastern Roman Empire still continued to flourish. The next thing that we will see is the causes of the German migration into the Western Roman Empire. So various factors were responsible for the migration of the German tribes, or the influx of the German tribe into the Roman Empire. First we see is the greed of untold wealth. We see that the German people had greed of untold wealth. That is, they have heard that in Roman Empire there is huge wealth, and if they go there they can also get hold of this wealth. These greed actually led them to migrate into the Roman Empire, and this is one of the important factors for the German migration into the Roman Empire. Next we see huge rise in population. The huge growth in German population was another factor that led to the migration of the German people, because as the population was increasing, the German people had no proper accommodation. The accommodation or the living space was becoming so less that they were searching for more space to live properly. So due to increase in population, the German people or the Germanic tribes started moving towards the Western Roman Empire, so that they can find a proper accommodation for the population which is increasing. Next we will see that another factor that led to the migration of the Germanic tribe was the search of food. The Germanic tribe were also searching for food. They were lacking food. There was shortage of food in their area. Due to this shortage of food, they were migrating into the Roman Empire, and they thought that if they went to the Roman Empire there will be no shortage of food, because the Roman Empire was very rich in different types of food, and the Roman economy was also very good before the coming of the barbarian tribe. So the German came to the Roman Empire, Western Roman Empire, in search of food. Another important factor, or the most important factor, is the attack of the Huns. Attack of the Huns or attack of the Huns, we see that this factor is an important factor for the migration of these German tribes into the Western Roman Empire. The Hun attack actually forced the German to migrate towards the Rome, and as they were entering into the Roman Empire, they actually started settling over there in the Roman Empire, but they actually destroyed the culture, custom and tradition of the Roman Empire, so the Roman Empire fell. But this attack of the Hun is one of the major factor for the influx or the migration of the Germanic tribe into the Roman Empire. Next class we will see that who are the Huns and how their attack led to the settlement of Germanic tribes into the Roman Empire. Thank you, class.